Shalom, all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honor and praise to the apostle elders GMS who taught me this truth, and peace and blessings to the Akim that has their life daily, puts this truth with sincerity. And once again, my name is Anon with GMS Detroit Camp, and this is just a quick lesson I pray that is edifying on the day of the Lord. You know, when Yahweh Shem Yahushai finally let Yahweh and the angels release them and let Yahweh and the angels gather up the elect in the 1/3 and take down these the nations and set up the kingdom for not only for himself but also for the elect and the 1/3 the chosen of Israel. You know, the scriptures say, in Second Ezra, then shall they know who are my chosen, because they will be gathered they will be literally chosen. You know, scriptures say two shall be in the field, one shall be taken, and it literally mean they're gonna be taken by force. But I'm gonna do that in another video coming up. How the Israelites is gonna be gathered, you know, out of this world before while this place is being destroyed at the same time. This is Zephaniah 1:14. For great is the day of Yahweh Shem Yahushai is near. It is near and hasten greatly. And even the voice of the day of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the mighty men shall cry there bitterly. That is a day of wrath and a day of trouble and distress and a day of wasteness and desolation and a day of darkness and gloominess and the clouds of thick darkness and kind. This is not going to be a pleasant day when the Lord returns. It's not going to be a great day for you heathens, but it's going to be a great day for the elect in the 1/3 of Israel, because this is when we get delivered out of this place, man. It's a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and a desolation, and a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. And why it's gonna be a day of clouds and thick darkness? Because that thermonuclear winter is gonna happen at the same time. World War III is gonna go down at the same time at the day of the Lord. And the day of the trumpet and the alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. I will bring distress upon men, and they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as dung. And during this time, the scriptures say the slaying of the Lord is going to be many. It's going to be a day of great death at that time also. Just like when the Most High killed and destroyed a whole lot of people during in Genesis with the great flood, and he only saved Noah and his wife and 6 persons. The same is going to happen during the day of the great and dreadful day of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the day of the Lord. You know, hey, 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 this is Isaiah 13:6. How ye, for the day of Yahweh Shem Yahushai is at hand, it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. and they shall be afraid, and pains and sorrows shall take hold of them, and they shall be in pain as a woman travaileth, and they shall be amazed one at another, and their faces shall be as flames. They gonna be crying. They gonna be distressed. It's gonna be such as a day never ever was before. You know, behold, the day of Yahweh Shem Yahushua cometh, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinner thereof out of it, for the stars of heaven and the constellation thereof shall not give her light, and the sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cast her light to shine. And the reason why this is going to happen, because that's going to be that nuclear winter from the thermonuclear devices igniting, mostly in America, because this place right here, America, the scriptures say 200,000 missiles, warheads. It's going to light this place up. I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. And when this happened, he's going to take down all these kingdoms, all these rulers. The kingdom is going to set up for the men of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the ones that go out in the highways and hedges and preach and teach and do this work. You know, having a life. They ain't doing it as because they want filthy lucre. It's a labor of love. That's the reason why they're out there doing this work. You know, they doing it for just to spread the word. What's about to happen? You know, this is their first love, to go out and teach and preach. This right here is if Yahweh Ratazar am of the elect, this is my only way of getting salvation, by going out and teach and preach and do this work. You know, now hopefully, when this happens, Yahweh Shem Yahushua will have mercy on me and deliver me out of the impending doom and destruction of this world. And I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than a golden wedge of Ophir. One man is going to be more precious than fine gold. A man of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to be precious more than the rarest form of gold. 100% pure, 99.9% pure gold. A man is going to be more precious than gold. Matter of fact, Isaiah 4, in that day, Isaiah 4 and 1, 7, in that day, 7 women shall take hold to one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name, to take away our reproach. In that day, because in that day, that man is gonna be so precious. He's gonna have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Matter of fact, he's gonna have this. He's going to have this. Isaiah 33:6. Wisdom, knowledge, and stability of thy times shall be, and strength of salvation, and the fear of Yahweh Shem Yahushai is his treasure. And this is what they're going to have. They're going to have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and the stability of thy times, of the times that they're in. And this right here is going to be the strength of their salvation. Because, hey, this truth of the scriptures will save you. You know, behold, the violent one shall cry, and the rest of you that don't have this truth, hey, you're going to be like these people. Behold, the violent one shall cry without ambassadors of peace, shall weep bitterly. Hey, you going to be in dire straits at them time. Because, hey, the prophets ain't going to come out on the street corners anymore and preach and tell you what's going to happen. Hey, it's going to be time for the family word. Hey, you're going to be looking to and fro, hoping that you can hear what's going to happen next. But, hey, there won't be no more messages from the prophets. It's the end of all that, of us coming out to the highways and hedges, talking, and just saying, or give you the warning from the Most High. Hey, you ain't take heed. Hey, you gotta get ready for the destruction. And when that happens, hey, it's gonna be bad news for you, but it's gonna be good news for us. Hey, everybody can't receive good news. You know, everybody can't receive the good news. Hey, and and, 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 and this is one of my favorite scriptures when it comes to the day of the Lord. This is Amos 5:18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. Woe unto you that want to see who you inwardly call the second coming of Jesus. Because that's not his name. You know, the second coming of Yahushai. Woe unto you. Because, woe unto you must see the desire the day of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. To what end is it for you? It is a day of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. It is darkness and not light. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or he went in a house and leaned his hand on a wall and a serpent bit him. Hey, everywhere you go, hey, it's going to be danger and distress and peril. Shall not the day of Yahweh Shem Yahushua be darkness and not light, even very dark, no brightness in it? And kind of, it's going to be the time of that nuclear fallout, that nuclear destruction. These elites, they have they so-called escape plan from the thermonuclear fallout from these warheads being blasted off, being ignited. They got their nuclear bunkers. They have their luxurious nuclear fallout shelters. But you don't have shit. Hey, if you poor, you don't have no way of saving yourself when the thermonuclear devices explode and ignite. And you better hope you're not in America, because hey, this place right here is ground zero for the lake of fire. But hey, you the man of the Lord, you of the elect or the 1/3, hey, you gonna be saved out of it. According to the scriptures, this is and they say there ain't no Jacob's trouble in the scriptures, but hey, the scriptures say that Jacob's trouble is coming. This is Jeremiah 30:7. The last, for that day is great, so that none is like it, is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Hey, during this time, Yahweh Shai and the angels is going to deliver the so-called Afro-Americans, the so-called Latinos, so-called Native Americans, and Israelite foreigners scattered abroad the four corners of the whole earth. They're going to be delivered from this place by the destruction of this place. What's that, sea of glass? They going to see the destruction of this place happening with harps in their hands, sitting in what they so-called call a UFO. You know, hey, 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 these leaders have you set up for destruction. They think they have you believing that these so-called UFOs or unexplained flying objects or unexplained aerial phenomena are aliens. No, they ain't the aliens. They was the Lord, the Most High, and the angels, and Yahweh Shai is going to deliver the so-called saints, the children of Israel, in. That's what they're going to be delivered in. And it's all going to happen when the so-called enemies of Israel come in like a flood. When they come in like a flood, all these things are going to happen at the same time, man. You think that you doing the will of the Most High, but the Most High is setting you up. He's just using you, just like he's using the so-called leaders of this world as a whipping stick for the children of Israel right now. He's just setting you up. He's just setting you up. Because after he gets through using you, you gotta pay for everything that you did unto his people. Because you have touched the apple of his eyes. You did things to his people. The same that you did unto them, he's gonna do it unto you. And he's gonna let his people even get a chance to lay hands on you. This is Isaiah 59:19. So shall they fear the name of Yahweh Shai from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, and the spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against them. And what's that standard? He gonna send Yahweh Shai and a host of angels up against them. It's exciting times to be alive, man, because we're gonna actually see the angels fighting for the half of Israel. Matter of fact, Michael, the angel Michael, is going to fight for us. During that time, we're going to see the Archangel Michael fighting. This is Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, that great prince, was standing for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even at that same time. And that time thy people shall be delivered, and everyone that shall be found written in the book. That's when the deliverance of the children of Israel and the destruction of this world happens. The day of the Lord. That's when Yahweh Shai returns, who the world Indian calls Jesus. Matter of fact, Matthew 24 and let's see, 30. Matthew 24 and 30. Let's go up. Because, hey, they're going to, Matthew 24 and 37. For lightning coming out of the east and shining even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Hey, and this one you're going to see the Son of Man, who the world Indian calls Jesus, return when the thermonuclear destruction of this place, the day of the Lord. Hey, when the Most High finally releases his right arm and the angels, the holy angels, to deliver us from out of here. For whatsoever the carcass will be, and whatsoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. And the carcass is the children of Israel, and the eagles are the angels. The angels are going to be gathering up the elect and the 1/3 of Israel at that time. Immediately after the tribulation of those days, the sun shall be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heaven shall be shaken. Hey, the stars falling from heaven, hey, that's the thermonuclear warheads, hey, falling from the atmosphere back down to the earth. And the shaking of heaven is the aftershock of the warheads igniting, exploding. It's gonna be like a real 4th of July firework event when WW3 World War III happens, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. Hey, the earth is gonna reel to and fro like a drunken man. It's go. Hey, the angels are gonna hold the earth in place because it's gonna be immense aftershock of them thermonuclear warheads igniting over and over again this earth, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. Hey, why when the Son of Man return, why the tribes of the earth go mourn? If he love everybody, because he don't love everybody. They act like he love everybody in Christianity, but they taught you a lie. Hey, he laid down his life for the children of Israel. That's who he died for. He didn't die for the whole world. Hey, Matthew 1 and 21. She shall have a son, and they shall call his name. I'm roughly paraphrasing. They shall call his name. I'm saying verbatim, Jesus, for he shall save his people from their sins, not the world. His people. He's gonna save his people, not the world. Let's get that straight. And he come out of the clouds of heaven. That's a metaphor. Out of heaven with power and great glory. That's a metaphor for them chariots, them UFOs, them IFOs, the unexplained aerial phenomena. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. He's going to gather. Hey. The scriptures say, they shall gather together his elect from the four winds. Not the whole world, his elect. The people that he's chosen. The elect are the Israelites. Well, read Revelations 7:1, because my internet keeps falling in and out on my. Hey, this thing right here keeps dropping the signal. I don't know why it keeps doing that, but it just keeps doing it. But Revelation 7:1, the seventh chapter. Matter of fact, uh, do I do how much you mean? Shy. Hey. Revelation 7:1. Uh, After these, I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth, and the four winds of the earth is the thermonuclear destruction, that it should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascended from the east, having the seal of the living God, and that angel coming from the east, having the seal of the living God. That's who the scriptures literally call Jesus. His name is Yahushua. And he cried with a loud voice to the four angels whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed our servants and the servants of our power in their forehead. And as seal is the name of the Most High, and his name, the name of the Most High's name, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That's the seal of salvation. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, 144,000, all of the tribes of the children of Israel. And we know that the elect of Israel, the 144,000, is going to be saved. And we know that a small remnant of the children of Israel is going to be saved also at that time. You know, when the Lord returns. You know, this is what's going to happen at the day of the Lord. Hey, the one who you ignorantly called Jesus is going to return, and he's going to make war. Is it 1911? Yep. Oh my goodness, come on. I'm going to just read it, because like I said, this internet keeps falling in and out. Get it from my phone, because this thing keeps falling in and out. Because, hey, no thanks. Revelation 19:11. I'm getting it from my phone. I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. That white horse is a chariot, what the word in it calls a UFO. And he that sat upon was called Faithful and Truth, and righteousness he doth judge and make war. Hey, when he returns, he's coming to pass judgment and make war. In his eyes was a flame of fire, and his head wore many crowns. And the images they portray him of, his never you see his images as a man with eyes. His eyes was red like fire. You know, hey, the one you ignorant called Jesus, his eyes are red like fire. His eyes are not blue, green, or red, or hazel. His eyes are red. So clearly, none of those images that they portray as the image of him is any likeness of what the Bible say that he looks like. And the scriptures say that he that believe upon me, as the scripture have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living waters. So clearly, this is not what the scriptures say that he looks like. If you follow any other image that's contrary to that likeness. And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and he was called the Word of God. And the armies which followed him on white horses, that's another metaphor for chariots, the UFOs or the spaceships, the alien spaceships. But they ain't aliens, those are the angels of the Most High. That's what they fly in, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, and with that he shall smite the nations, because he's coming to take down all the nations at that time. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, and he treadeth the winepress, and the fiercest wrath of the Almighty. It's the day of the Lord. He's coming to give you the wrath of the Almighty at that time. He's coming to give you the destruction, and the wailing and the screaming, like I'm here right now. It's going to be the wailing and screaming of everybody during that time. You know, everybody going to be wailing and screaming of all the nations, because, Yahushua, when he returns, he's not going to be passing out warm hugs and rainbows. And he's coming to pass out judgment and make war. With that said, I pray that this video was edifying. And till the next one, Shalom.